Welcome to Grandma's Home Place, and thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you today in this video what I do with cayenne peppers. Peppers are one of the easiest things that you can grow. They just, with a little bit of water and sometimes even with no water, they seem to do very well for me. I planted cayenne peppers and I planted some of those little lunchbox sweet baby bell peppers and have enjoyed them. And I ended up with tons and tons of those. My cayenne did not do quite as well, but I did end up with a couple of bushes of them basically. And on this one you can see one on the end there. I already harvested this morning a good many of them, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to turn you around. So this is part of my cayenne pepper bush, but just look how like it goes up to the sky just about. This one did the best for me. And amongst the tomatoes that are just about done, but I'm still picking little tomatoes, we'll just grab this other one. And let's go inside and I'll show you what I do and how I process the cayenne pepper. The way I like to dry my cayenne peppers is to string them. And I simply use thread that you would sew with and put a needle on it, a little needle. You don't need it very big. And then get your peppers and we're ready to go. Some of the peppers I had were already drying, but I harvested more this morning so that I could get them all strung and ready to start the drying process. So you just get a long piece of string, however long you want your string of peppers to be. And I've already put one on. You tie a knot in the end and simply thread through that thickest part of the stem. You want to go through the stem when you thread them. So just push your needle through and then pull the pepper all the way to the bottom. Gently slide it down to the bottom. And this starts your little pepper string. So now you can see where I have strung all of the peppers that I have already harvested, and there will be more. And the older ones have already dried and turned red, and they're actually ready to process. But I'll probably leave them here through the holidays because they kind of look pretty and festive, I think. And then I will go through and take all of them. Once they all turn red and they all dry, then I will process them into powder. So today I'm going to show you the process of what I do. Cayenne pepper is so very good for the heart. It's good for blood circulation. It's good to build the strong arterial walls. But don't take my word for it. Google it and just see the health benefits of cayenne pepper. You might be surprised, which is one of the reasons I don't have heart problems that I'm aware of. So if you do and you see a doctor, you might run this past your doctor as well. But it's a food. If you eat spicy food, I don't see there's a whole lot of difference. But anyway, so off of this older little string of peppers that I have, I'm going to cut off a couple of them, and I'm going to kind of leave the tops because I don't want them to all slide off. So I'm going to take off, maybe there's a big one on the end. Maybe just two, because for what I'm going to do, I promise you do not need many of them. There's some little seeds. I'm actually going to save those because I will need them for next year. So I think for what I'm going to do now, 2 of these will be sufficient, because let me just tell you, your own cayenne pepper ground powder is much more what's a good word, hot than what you buy at the grocery store. It could be because maybe they don't remove or maybe they remove the seeds, and I don't usually, but I think that's where a lot of the health benefits come from. So come over here and let me show you what I do. I have a little Hamilton Beach coffee grinder, and this is what I make my cayenne powder in. So you just take the top. I've already ground a couple of them, but I just wanted to be able to show you. So I just kind of break it up in there, put the lid on, and then just pulse it to get it to the fineness that you want. All right. Be careful. Be careful when you breathe in. So let me show you. This is not quite as fine as I like it, but you can see it's kind of powdery. And there's much more in there than what I'm going to need for this application. But just make sure it's good and ground and fine, just like you would buy in the grocery store. Now we're going to switch gears just a little bit. So I have this cute little glass. Actually, it's an antique, but it's very small because I don't need much. Now, normally, if I use, and I do have some of the regular store-bought cayenne pepper that is already ground. When I don't have my own, that's what I use, but I prefer to make my own. And with the store-bought, I have built up to a teaspoon of the powder. With this fresh, I just think about a half a teaspoon is all I need. And like I say, I have much more in there. So I'm putting just a half a teaspoon in this little cup. And as you can see, I have filled myself a full glass of pure, clean water, because I don't even like spicy foods. I don't like spicy, but this is like medicine to me. And so that's why I do it. So I'm going to put just a little bit of water. You can see how much I have in there. And I swirl it around. You only want enough that you can swallow at one time. And there's a trick to it. This is not quite ground as much as I really need it to be. So I don't know how this is going to go. I might get choked. Yeah. But anyway, swirl it around so it mixes up really well with your water. And then I'm going to take and like a shot glass, I'm going to throw it down to the back of my throat. You don't want this to rest on the front part of your tongue, or you're going to be on fire. If you like spicy food, it won't be a problem. So here we go. And I've got my water ready, my glass of water ready. Yes, it's very hot. So drink your water. I can feel it tingling down in the back of my throat, but truly that only lasts for just a little bit and then it goes away. Like I say, I'm not a spicy kind of girl, but cayenne pepper has so many good benefits. Hold on. Yes, I needed that. A whole teaspoon of that would have set me on fire. But cayenne pepper has so many good benefits. I really hope that you'll try this. Grow your own peppers, and in addition, if you like spicy foods, you can sprinkle it on whatever you sprinkle it on. I don't, because I don't like spicy foods, but I take my little glass and I have normally a teaspoon of the fresh. I won't do but a half a teaspoon or so. And I think it's recommended that you do that 3 times a day, maybe before meals or whenever. Normally, I just do it 1 time a day. I already had this morning, so this is twice, but you can kind of feel it a little bit go down, but it's just a tingle feeling. It's really not bad. And my goodness, who doesn't need their heart to be strong and healthy? So give it a try and see what it does for you. I can't see it to be a bad thing, and I think it has helped me a lot. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I so appreciate it, and I hope that you'll have a good, healthy day. Do all that you can to be healthy. I love natural ways of taking care of my body to the best of my ability, and I hope that you'll do the same, and have a great day. Bye.